What's up guys, TheMerryGamer here, and welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect. And in today's episode, we finally got our intake for our death row prisoners. So I don't actually know where they are at the moment. I think they actually are getting exported over here into their cells, potentially. But yes, we got 4 death row inmates. I'm not sure where they are. Let's try and find them, shall we? Let's close that. Let's go prisoners and let's find them. Here they are. So they're still all in here. That's okay. So pretty much the way these guys work is that we get to schedule their execution. So the likelihood of the appeal board will grant clemency and commute prisoners' death row sentence. Each unsuccessful appeal lowers their value until it's below the state approval conviction strength, at which the point for authorization to proceed is given. Scheduling the execution before this point will result in extreme penalties. It is later found the prisoner's appeal would have succeeded. If clemency is granted, the prisoner will be immediately released if found innocent, or transferred to a maximum security if still judged as guilty. The state conviction is 10%. Okay, so we have to wait till these guys get to 10% pretty much before we can execute these guys, legally speaking. So, the closest one to it is this guy here. He's at 30%. I don't know what we can do to help lower that so then we can potentially execute them. I'm not 100% sure. We'll just have to kind of let the game run and see what happens, really. So I'm hoping today there's no more big riots. This area down here is all built. I just need to get the power and water we still need to do in here. I'll work with that off camera just to get it done. But yeah, this is proving to be quite challenging, actually, just because what is this? Oh, this guy here. Why were they just dumped right there? So if I grab this guy, so this is the Cameron. This guy. He was arrested for breaking into an Australian National Museum to steal a pair of thongs and board shorts. He's sentenced to 147 years for multiple crimes, including multiple murders and torture. So, wow, he has a girlfriend that's 20. He has 3... Damn, son! So he's got 3 sons, age 3. So he would have triplets, still got mum and dad. He's at 21 years old and he has 3 kids. Damn. Okay. So wow, he's been given a few bad reps, but so this one here is Paul. So this is the one that's closest to being executed. The chance of the prisoner being granted clemency is currently above the state approval safe level. If you proceed with this execution, you'll be held personally responsible if it is later found he would have been granted clemency. So it's a bit of a gamble. He's our lowest level 1. I would like to see if we can execute one today just for I don't know, just for recording purposes to see kind of like how the whole process works. So I might risk it just with this one biscuit, and we will maybe execute this Paul guy. So if I grab him, and let's go schedule execution. So he has been scheduled to be executed. So let's have a look at here. So execution initiated, complete, initiate prison-wide lockdown. So that's what needs to happen next. How do I initiate the prison, or do I authorize them? So we have to authorize that. So all prisoners sent back to their cells and the prison is locked down. So they have to do a lockdown for an execution. So executions are probably best at night. So this guy He's going to go bye-bye. So which one was this one? So if we tab onto him, let's see. Sentenced to 62 years for multiple crimes, including murder, grievous bodily harm, and aggravated assault. I kid you not, I've probably got prisoners in here that are worse than him that aren't on death row. That's where they need to add, so you can add prisoners to death row if they start committing multiple crimes within the prison. So I don't know how long this episode will be, but I would like to maybe just focus on the execution today. So that's being completed. Let's test the facility. It is ready. Assemble execution detail. So the test, make sure it's working. Electrical spine. He must be able to walk in the execution room himself. The warden and the chief make their way to the condemned inmate cell. In addition, a priest and spiritual leader of the prisoner's choice arrives inside the prisoner's cell. So, I am, just hold on, so this person's still coming, let's do that. So, now this person is slowly coming. I want to get this into fast forward, so then we can get these people here. So, assemble execution detail is at 25%. This person's coming on their way. Escort witnesses, so all the witnesses can come their way. Then we can escort the prisoner to its faculty, and then we can have the execution, and then we get to dismiss the staff and witnesses, and then we get the final report. So this person here is slowly moving their way. It's annoying because it keeps on focusing on people when I don't really want it to, and I can't hit it into super fast mode. It only wants to go on the medium level, which is really, really annoying. So let's go down here. And let's just sit here. So, that being said, how far? We're 62% away from assembling the execution detail. So that is this chick walking over here. Is that our warden as well? Yeah. So that's our warden. Jerry Periwinkle, and execution witness. She is also his priest. So they all come over here. There's our chief. It's a bit dark. I'm surprised the warden doesn't have his own keys to this sort of stuff. So this is all happening. The warden is there, escorting the witnesses. Witnesses to the execution arrive on site and make their way to the execution facility. This group can include family members and the condemned inmate, and also members of the victim's family. Execution should be provided with chairs. Well, I've got benches, not chairs, so oh well. Hopefully that can get completed without the issue of that. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to tell them to build. Oh no, they're sitting on the bench. So she is his girlfriend. This is the victim's family. This person is his mother. So that 94%. Who am I waiting for? Execution witness, probably this guy, the father. That's probably the last person I'm waiting for, I presume. Or is there one more? No, he's gone over there. Authorize the escort of this prisoner. It is a bit dark doing all this, like just the eerie sort of music that's going and such. We need a guard to kind of come and open this. It kind of does halt this. And then let's see how this goes. We can't tell this to go any faster, can we? Well, they're going to make his way over here, and then they're going to do it. So here we go. Then I get to approve the execution. So he is there. Alright. Approve. He's dead. So, staff and witnesses are dismissed and may leave the facility. Dead, executed by electric chair. He was only 20 years old. And final report. So here we go. Here's the final report. The mandated execution of Paul Albert, whatever pronounced it, was carried out at 2:45 a.m. as scheduled by electric chair in the presence of a witness. A standard compensation of $10,000 is awarded to the institution of their part in this process. That's nice of them. Alright, and there we go. That is the end of the execution, and that's kind of how the whole process works. That's kind of cool how to see how it works. I'm happy we actually got a chance to finally do that. We got 3 other inmates to execute as well eventually. But we will work towards that. But anyway, guys, it's going to be a short episode because I'm going to just focus on the execution for this episode. By the end of the next one, we'll hopefully have all this area done, and then we maybe can look at focusing on some new areas of the prison as well. So as usual, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So see you later, guys.